Hi, this is Scott with Android Guys, and I'm here with Luke.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, what's going on over there?
Not much.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you want to talk about something off air here?
Nope.
Coming in hot there.
Yep.
Ready to roll. Are you excited about what you want to share here?
Yeah, I'm ready to snap.
Oh god.
I'm doing it.
You always look for a segue.
I'm
right into it.
I'm doing great. I'm right on it.
You're a real marvel.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
like
did
it. I like it. I like it.
Tell us what's going on over there, Luke.
I've been playing a game. I've been playing a new game. It's called Marvel Snap.
Oh, okay.
So I like Marvel, much like I would say general public likes Marvel.
Yeah, they're a pretty well-regarded property.
Yep. This game is a very fast-paced game. It is a one-on-one game. This has the idea of a collection. I like collecting games where you're unlocking characters and powering those characters up, and then you're battling other people.
Are you building teams?
You are building teams. You're building a card deck.
Okay.
So you have a deck of 20 cards. And the whole point of the game and how you play is you have your cards and there are 3 bases on the board. And you take turns. There's 6 turns. You take turns laying a card at a base. By the end of the game, whoever has the majority of points on their side of that base wins the base and gets a certain amount of points. Whoever has the most points overall wins. Very simple game, simple concept. You have cards that do different things. Different heroes and villains do things. One might power up every other card at a place. One might give you double points. One might let you draw a random card from your deck and put it at a place. All kinds of different features that interact with the main component of the game. But the thing I really like about it is all of these matches are 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's all timed.
Okay.
And it's six turns each, 3 minutes in and out. And so this is a really nice game that is truly one. I just want to take a couple minutes, play a game, and get out. Now there is some, making your deck. There is going through and doing some daily challenges and unlocking new characters, and you can spend a decent amount of time in the game if you want, but you really don't have to.
I say that sounds like the kind of thing where if you want to build up a team and actively do that, you can make it whatever you want out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this game does offer in-app purchases. You can purchase new cards. You can purchase energy and different things that let you go farther in the game, but you also don't have to. It's a very free-to-play friendly game. I haven't spent any money in the game so far, and I feel like I'm holding my own with the people that I've come across. I don't feel like I'm being outpowered by other people.
Okay.
Now, I do see some people that have cards that I haven't seen yet, and I go, oh, I haven't seen that character. I haven't seen a card that does this kind of thing yet.
Okay.
That's cool. So, but I assume those are just things that as I play more and level up, I will access more cards. As you level up and get farther, you kind of go up this ladder and unlock cards. Now there is a premium version of that where you can get more rewards every time you level up.
Yeah.
If you want to pay for that kind of pass. But you don't have to. It's a very easy game, easy concept, but it has a good enough strategy of where you're laying these cards down. Some of the bases are, every character after turn 4 is double points, or after turn 5, every character costs double to lay here. So if you have a card that's like a 2-point card, it's going to cost you 4, and you only have a certain amount of points to spend per round on laying cards down. So that, there's a good amount of strategy in a seemingly simple concept for a game there's a good amount of strategy on kind of how to play and how to meet these different requirements to possibly beat your opponent. And your opponent's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's fun to try and see, well, I wonder if they're going to play at this base this turn, if they're going to go over here.
Okay.
Do I care if it looks like they're getting power and they're winning this base here, number 3? Maybe if I just focus on 1 and 2, I'll win 1 and 2, and then I'll win overall. So
now, as you're playing, do you find yourself deciding whether or not you want to be more of a defensive player or offense? Like, is there that mechanic?
Not really, because you're not really attacking the other players. Most of the card abilities have to do with either buffing your team or buffing the base or getting more points out of the base. There's rarely that I've seen a card that actually does something detrimental to the other cards of your opponent.
Okay.
There are some cards that are, if you play a card, if you play this card here, if your opponent plays a card here, your card gets 2 more points.
Okay.
Or 2 more power. And there are some things like that play off the other opponent's cards, but there's not really many cards that go, if your opponent plays here, they lose this card, or it doesn't ever feel like there's a gotcha for somebody.
Okay.
And it doesn't feel I haven't come across a situation where it would be unfun.
Sure.
If I would go and play something and then all of a sudden, all my cards don't matter. It's like, well, this isn't fun. What? I don't want to play this.
Right.
So far I've been pretty impressed with the amount of strategy in a seemingly simple concept for just kind of a, I guess, area control is the easiest way to say it, game, and a little area control game. And this has tons and tons of the different heroes and villains that you can unlock.
Yeah. That was my question, is given this is Marvel now.
Yeah.
Are they deep cut characters too?
There are some. Okay. Yeah, there are some characters that you haven't seen. We haven't seen in any kind of MCU yet.
I'm looking at a screenshot now, and I see there's Star-Lord and Mysterio, but then I also see Hazmat.
Yeah.
Is it Lobo? Did I see pop up there?
Yep.
Okay, the Collector. Yeah.
So there's some good stuff, and the thing, as you power up cards, they don't necessarily get more powerful.
Yeah.
You unlock different card images.
Oh.
So you'll unlock different artwork, or maybe a different border or something like that. So it's not really like if I power this up, then this 2-point card is going to act more like a 5-point card. Yeah. It's just, I'm going to unlock a new image for the card.
That's cool, because then you don't spend your time and energy trying to do that.
Right.
You already have the guy. You can kind of move on, and if you're collecting, you can cross that off.
Right. Yeah. And so what I've basically been doing is I just want to try and get every card.
Yeah.
And then I'll worry about getting all the different images and the different card backs and stuff like that later. Like I said, this seems very free to play friendly. Mm-hmm. I haven't run into anything where it's like, oh man, this game would probably be that much better if I spent money. I don't feel like I need to spend money at all. I don't feel like there's anything pushing me to go, man, if you know what, 99 cents would really put me over the edge.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel that.
Nice.
And I really like that.
I'm looking at the description now in the Play Store, and it does say that you can collect, mix, and match hundreds of hero and villain variants.
Yeah.
And then it does say endless art styles let you flex.
Yep.
So it sounds like the kind of game that would have a high replay value.
Yeah.
Or one that you wouldn't necessarily fill your collection and then be out.
Yep.
Once you have that. How's the artwork? Is it pretty cool?
The artwork is very cool. There's a lot of different art from a lot of different artists. If you are more of a comic reader and come to Marvel from that side of it, there will be a lot of snippets and things that you'll see artwork and go, oh, I recognize that.
Oh,
Or I
okay.
recognize that kind of stuff. Or it seems like sometimes they do like an artist featured where they'll have like a couple limited cards from like this artist that has
Nice.
done comics, and it's really cool. It's for something to have a such a prominent licensed tag to it.
Yeah.
Usually that comes with kind of the, we're in it for the money.
Yep.
And while they definitely are in it to make money, it doesn't feel like they're hitting you over the head with pay
Sure.
to be better. It is a very good feeling game to play from a sea of, pay to win kind of games.
There's a lot of that out there too.
Yeah. The developer is Newverse.
Okay.
Not really a company I had been familiar with. They have a couple other games, Land of Empires, Darkness and Divinity.
I see a Warhammer game.
There's a
in there.
Warhammer game. I haven't played that one. Warhammer 40,000 Lost Crusade.
Yeah.
The game that I think I recognize them from is Inked.
Yep.
I didn't play that game, but I remember seeing a little bit of buzz about it when it first came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this developer is known, but not. It's not one of the big ones that we've
Sure.
seen in the mobile space. But yeah, I really like this game. I gave it a 3.7.
Okay.
Feature wise, I think is the one that is probably the lowest, and that's because there's really just not much to the game.
Sure.
I don't think it's a knock. A low score in there is not because it's bad. It's just it's a very simple game.
Well, and 2.5 out of 5 is going to be just average,
Right.
So it is above average
Yep.
in terms of
Yep.
as you describe it. So 3 out of 5 isn't like a C or a D.
No.
This is still good.
Yeah, and then
I see for ads, notifications, and in-app purchases, and things like that. I see you have a 3.5.
3.5. I gave it a 3.5 because while it doesn't hit you over the head with purchases, there are things that pop up while you're playing the game of like, hey, this is in the store and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have some notifications that'll pop up out of game. But obviously with Pixel, you can just turn that off.
Yeah, with Android 13 and on now, you can turn off notifications.
Yeah,
altogether.
you don't really have to worry about it. But in game, it's not egregious. So
Okay.
it's pretty good. Overall, I've been very happy with this. I downloaded it just as it's a Marvel game. I was like, okay, I'll check out what the new Marvel game, expecting to go, oh yeah, they're just trying to get my money.
Yeah.
I'm already playing a Marvel game that's trying to get my money. I don't have time for another one.
Right.
But I find myself going back and playing this, especially because the matches are just 3 minutes.
Well, right. That's to me. That's a very appealing.
Yeah.
Is I can carve out 3 minutes while I'm waiting for my coffee.
Exactly.
While I'm waiting for my coffee to cool.
Right.
While
Right.
waiting in line for something.
Yep.
That's an easy thing for me.
And you're playing against, I don't know for sure, but it seems like you're actually playing against a person.
Yeah.
You're not just playing against a AI opponent that has a name.
Sure.
Sometimes you'll see that where you're not really playing any real multiplayer, but this seems like it is real multiplayer. So, yeah, that's Marvel Snap from Newverse. And if you like Marvel and if you like collecting card games and ease of access, this is a great one.
Right on. Well, thanks, Luke.
No problem.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as swebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.